Dino, don't fuck up. Pretty sick little piece we're putting on right now. It's my new Thermotech power steering cooler. You can see that Tino is getting it all rigged up right here. But the cool thing about this is actually a heat sink, you see? And then they're connected and joined by this. And what's really awesome, you can see here, is that they are totally modular. You know what that means, Tino? Modular? You wouldn't know, huh? Kid doesn't know, but like I got the 2-tube. You can obviously get the 4, the 6, and the only thing that changes is that they give you more use and then the longer mount right here. So it makes things really easy to add on for coolers if you need. And the cool thing is this is what it's replacing. Yeah, there's no nice way of mounting these. They always look like hell. They work good, definitely, but it's just ugly. And I've had really good luck with the tube style for power steering versus like a core type. The core type, I've had it burn up pumps before, so it's just about preference. Like obviously tons of people use them and don't have an issue, but I like the tube type, just very, very low resistance for the return, because obviously you put a power steering cooler on the return side of a power steering system. So like mine comes out of the reservoir into the pump, into the rack, out of the rack into the power steering filter. This is a good addition to a power steering system as well, because obviously we're running tie rods with no boots on them, so dirt gets into the seals in the rack, so that helps that. From the filter into this Thermotech cooler, and then that'll go back up into the reservoir right here. So cool system, makes things easy, and what's nice is it actually has a solid, nice billet mounting flange instead of just one of those radiator zip tie things that you get from the auto parts store. So much better. Alright, rear down. We should check the tire pressures though, because I'm about to drive it for the first time this year in 2020. Slits done, so the nitrous bottle can vent there. This all put together. Tino just finished mounting that dope power steering cooler, and we're ready to go. I am very much excited. Haven't driven it in a very, very long time. Since, I guess, SEMA. Last time I drove it out of the trailer from SEMA, put it in here, and tore it apart. So, yeah, let's give it a go.
Oh, cheese it!
So far, a super productive week. Very, very happy. The car's getting close, so not too long now. But now is the thrash time. Now is like buckle down, get shit done, focus, work hard. Hopefully not too many late nights, but you know how that goes. And get ready for testing because that's what's happening next week. Dyno, testing, more testing, trailers, rigs, everything that comes with running a professional race team. So I'm up for it. Let's do it. The car is outside, the trailers are out front because we're gonna put it in the trailer and go to the dyno. Pretty dang excited about this. The car drove around great, everything feels good, so I'm hoping for a very smooth dyno session, but you never know what to expect. So fingers crossed. Ooh, and the truck with its new Falcon tires and new fresh aluminum wheels. Ooh, look at that thing. Let's check it out. Check it out. Perfect timing. Ooh, ooh. This thing looks good. Look at that. Some 245. The 850s, dude. Yes, with the Luminards. Getting rid of these steel boys. Oh. All right, let's dump those suckers off and hook this bitch up. These things never fit forward.
So you need to go back a little bit. Put it neutral. Yep.
Check it out. It fits forward. That's sick. Oh, I'm stoked on this trailer right now. Oh, it might be a turd, but at least it fits the back going forward. Woo! Thanks, Aaron. Let's roll.
Oh, I just smacked my head.
What an idiot. Let's roll.
All right, good.
So, a little bit of different scenery for those of you who have been following me long enough. I always use the dyno at Wicked1, which is still this dyno, still this location, but new ownership. Go Wraps. My buddy Brioni actually purchased the dyno and the lifts and all the facilities from Wicked1 and is continuing on the dyno and tuning business on top of his wrapping business. So we are here. Jay's going to be behind the keyboard. And it's going to be exciting. What do you need? Oh,
It's gonna make 1 horsepower.
one. But yeah, we got this thing strapped down. We use 4 straps in the back just because. This one I try to get it so that it pulls it down and squats it as much as possible. And we'll be ready to go. But yeah, check this place out. It's very clean. This is the owner's car right here. What up?
Hey man.
Thanks again for letting us take over this place for a while. I was giving him the warning. Ron, I don't think he knows what he's in for just yet, does he? Yeah. Well, let's hope no 2 a.m. tonight, right? Should be good. Yeah, because Ron's been through my very traumatic past where we've been on the dyno for like 2 days straight fighting through issues, and I'm hoping for none of that because no one wants to do that. We want to have a nice, clean, successful dyno and get the hell out of here. But yeah, this thing is pretty sick. We gonna measure some push rods while I'm here, dude?
Yep.
All right.
Show us how to do this.
Yeah, I'll fucking show you how.
I think it's too long. Because if you look at the journal
We're gonna go measure some push rods. We'll be right back. Jay, you get to work. Okay, a little update for everybody. No leaks, everything seems to be going good. Jay's just, kind of getting there, dialing the drive-by-wire, slowly stepping it up because we have electric throttle body, so right now he's starting very low, 30% opening, 40%, 50%, stepping up into it. What are we making for power? That was, let's see here, 748. Getting after it. All right, a little update for everybody. Had some trouble on the dyno yesterday. The boost levels just weren't quite what we expected. Normally we run 16 PSI, and they were like 11. Not exactly sure why, but I do know that a bunch of stuff has changed, right? Intake manifold changed, intercooler changed, heads changed, so and cam changed. So if if this is good for 1 or 2 PSI and the intercooler is good for 1 or 2 PSI, then we're there. Still made great power. Made 840 with no nitrous, which is like 80 less than it normally does on 16 PSI. So it's good. The engine seems healthy, but we're going to go back. So right now, we're going back to the dyno later today. But what I'm doing right now is just checking the valve lash on this because it's already had a couple of heat cycles and then a couple of rips on the dyno. So it's kind of one of the normal things. So far, everything's good. I had to adjust one on the other side, and it was just out just barely. But better to be safe than sorry, and better to have it perfect. So how these are, this is a solid rocker, right, with solid lifters, I mean. And they're these Crowder fancy things that are mounted on this shaft. And it has a roller tip right here that rolls on the valve, and then this is how you adjust it with an Allen wrench and then a 12-point wrench. And I actually made this guy right here to make my life a little bit easier so I didn't have a ratchet back and forth. But you basically crack the jam nut loose, adjust the Allen, and that basically will set how much preload you have on the rocker right there. So pretty standard thing to do on race engines. Definitely time consuming, but makes it worth it because you can rev it way high and not worry about the valve train. I'm gonna get this done. So you can see here I have my feeler gauge. This is 12 thou and 14. That's what they're supposed to be at. And so if this fits under there, which it does, we're good. And then I always double check with the larger one to make sure that it doesn't fit. That means that we're right on point at 12 thou. So that one is good. I'm gonna go ahead and have Tino bump. Bump. Perfect. Exhaust valve starting to open. Check that. Oh, money. Boom. See that? 12 goes in. 14 does not. So that means we're right on the money. 12 thou. Cool. Let's put the valve covers back on and clean up this mess. Okay, we're done. Oh my God, what a nightmare. Diagnosing a misfire problem, change spark plugs, change gap, change wires, change coils, change coil dwell. Obviously Jay was working on the tune, thinking it could possibly be in the tune. Going back and forth, it's just not doing what we want. So, actually I was talking to Odie, and upon his recommendation, he said, open up the valve lash more than what you might think it needs to be. So I opened up the valve lash and immediately it changed the tune, changed everything, started making more power, started being more consistent, made this guy happy. He had a smile on his face.
Once he loosened up the valve lash, the idled 6 air fuel points leaner, so we actually had to put more fuel in. Manifold vacuum increased, so that was a good sign. The whole entire VE table needed to be increased by 5%, so it now breathes like an LS should breathe. Finally. Man.
Basically, in less nerd talk than that, it made a difference. Thank you, Odie, for that. Oh my God. Ryan, thank you. I'm done, dude. I'm fucking out of this place. Your shop is great and I really appreciate it. I fucked up your floor and I'm sorry for that, but I'm fucking going home, dude. I'm out. I'm out.